Hello, you incredible friends. I trust you're all well, and welcome to our absolutely incredible meetup. I just want to say a big thank you for joining us, and you're probably watching the recording because this gets seen thousands of times. However, you're probably on the line tonight. So if you're on the line tonight, can we do a quick round of applause to welcome the evening? Welcome you wonderful people, and bless your amazing hearts. Now, I just want to, in full disclosure, I just want to let you know something that's affected me slightly negatively. Yesterday, I had some big dental work done. So I've got an inflamed jaw. I'm a little bit groggy. You've got about 80% of Edward. And I haven't eaten in a while because I can't put any pressure on my jaw. So because of that, there won't be any chocolate tonight. So I've got a bottle of kombucha to sustain me. And if I feel really low, if my morale starts to drop, I can look at this photo of our Australian Prime Minister, Scott Morrison. So if my energy drops, all I got to do is look at the photo of Scott Morrison and that'll raise my energy. So Scott is going to be with us tonight. The greatest Prime Minister ever. So I just want to share that all with you. So hail Scott Morrison. I'll look at him for sustenance in my time of need. So welcome, everyone. It's great having you all here. And we've got a great evening for you planned. We've got an hour of intense non-stop action. And we've got some of our officers are in. Can we give a big round of applause to Lassie for a start? Big round of applause to Lassie. You might see baby Andrew. We've got the handsome Carlo from West Coast. Carlo, big welcome to Carlo. Our Italian stallion. Our other officers are scanning the screens. Of course, we've got sexy Adrian in a car somewhere. Big round of applause to sexy Adrian hiding in a car. And there are officers so far, so I'll say a big welcome. So just to kick off our evening, I want to start with our officers. We're going to start with Carlo. Then we're going to bounce to our Adrian and Carlo. And I was just going to say very quickly as well, a few ground rules. No trolling or trash talking. The pitches go for 30 to 45 seconds. And when you speak, please unmute yourself to speak, of course. And when you've done, please mute yourself as well, just to keep the audio all clean. So, Carlo, over to you. How are you this evening?
Yeah, I'm pretty good, Edward. Yeah, how are you going?
Now, Carlo, I've heard you just saying before that since over the last week, your business has exploded again and you're all busy and popular again. Is that right?
Oh, yeah, it's definitely heading in the right direction. So, yeah, I don't look at it as Corona anymore. It's just we're living in this virtual world. It's awesome.
Oh, and I've got to say, Carlo, you're an amazing guy. Can you tell us very quickly what you do for a living and how you help people?
Yeah, basically what I do is I turn your copy into words that sort of sell. So basically it's all about persuasion, but not arm twisting, but yeah, telling your prospects why they should buy with you with persuasive copywriting and storytelling.
Oh, well said. And Carlo, what are some of your tips tonight for our wonderful audience to get the most out of this networking event?
Yeah, it's a perfect opportunity to network. So just engage with everyone in the comments section and yeah, put your LinkedIn profile, WhatsApp, and yeah, just connect. And if you can, if you're quick on the keyboard, send people personalized messages as well. If not, hit the connect button is just as good.
Oh, Carlo, big welcome. Round of applause to Carlo. We'll come back to you, Carlo, and thank you. I want to go to sexy Adrian, who resembles Deadpool a little bit, sitting in his car. I can imagine your red outfit. How you doing, Adrian?
Yeah, doing very well, my man. Actually, the internet is horrible this evening at home, so that's why I'm sitting out in my car.
So you're doing a drug stakeout or anything? Looking at
something like that.
Well,
yeah.
I was going to say, Adrian, tell us what you do and how do you help people?
Great question, Ed. So everyone, I'm Adrian Lee, online personal trainer, fitness coach, and I simplify fitness and nutrition for busy men and women and help them cultivate a high-performance mindset through flexible online coaching that they can fit into their schedules, which is most important.
Oh, very cool. And Adrian, what are some of your tips for people tonight to maximize their networking experience?
Oh, great question, Ed. Obviously, connect with people, connect with everyone here, firstly. And just a couple of tips, I guess, specifically for LinkedIn. Just make sure, obviously, that you've got a really good profile and you network and connect with people. And obviously, yeah, create high-value content. Just a couple of quick tips there. And obviously, you're a big one for conversations. So, yeah, if you can have 100 conversations a day, that's always a good start.
Oh, that's a spirit. Round of applause to Adrian. Welcome. And we've had the powerhouse LinkedIn influencer and brilliant leader, Celeste, join us. Hey, Celeste, you're ready to say hello?
Yes, hello. I don't know if you guys can hear me okay. Can
Your audio quality is outstanding. You got a
you
new
hear me?
mic or something, have you?
Can you hear me?
Great quality audio.
Look. Is it okay?
Your audio is good. I debate your internet connection, but your audio is good. But the fact is you'll
I
hear...
can't. Oh, man. Yeah, because I'm at my parents' place tonight, and I'm literally holding a laptop in a set of drawers.
Wow. Improvisations.
But it's not my usual setup.
Oh, it's all good. Now, Celeste, tell us a bit about you and how you help people.
So basically, I'm a LinkedIn coach. I help people build their audience, build their engagement, and their influence on LinkedIn. So whether you're starting out and you have no idea what to do, or you've got stale with your content and you're wanting to step up, or you're just wanting to do something new and you need to shake things up for yourself, I'm here to basically support you guys so you can win and actually get some results on LinkedIn, because it's an amazing platform and I love it.
Oh, incredible and well said. And Celeste, what are some of your hot tips for people to maximize this networking experience?
Are you asking about networking? Sorry, it cut out a bit.
Oh, how can people maximize this networking Zoom?
Yeah, okay. So for me, people are taking an hour out of their time to actually sit here and listen to people share about their business, their passions, and what lights them up. So if there's anyone that you resonate with, be forward and connect with them and send them a message, or put your profile up in the chat. The chat is really great because you can scroll through other people's messages as well if you don't catch it straight away, and start connecting with people. This is how you build your network, and this is how you build relationships too. This is such a great opportunity just to talk about yourself and tell everyone how amazing you are.
Oh, very, very good. Very, very good. Celeste, round of applause to Celeste, and it's a pleasure having you with us. And just let you know as well, Carlo will be leaving in about 10 minutes. He's got some not mafia business to attend to, nothing to do with the mafia, because he's Italian. So we'll come back to Carlo in a minute. But I just noticed a certain networking mastermind based in Singapore, who runs a little empire from there, has logged on the call. Tara-Lee Harrison, how you doing this evening?
Hey, I'm fantastic. Great to be here, Ed, with you and everyone, and just so excited to see you all.
Now, Tara-Lee, it's an honor to have you with us. Tara-Lee, can you tell us a bit about you and how you add value to people's lives?
Hi, everybody. I am busy building a global online referral organization, and I just got off the phone with the UK. I've been all over the world today meeting different people, and how I add value is for people who are looking to expand their business through national or international platforms. I'm here to make introductions for you and help you build your network and expand in places that you might not go just by yourself. Sometimes having a community behind you is important. So thanks for asking, Ed.
Oh, it's a pleasure. And Tara-Lee, just want to ask you very quickly, what are some of your networking tips to help people maximize this event?
Oh, so for everyone, I want to encourage you to make sure that you are grabbing the chat when you're done. Do your follow-up, take it with you. Make notes right now while we're on the call of who are the other people who serve the same people you do. So if you serve business owners, make notes of who serves business owners. Take this opportunity to make those the first people you follow up with. Sometimes it's like, oh, she seems neat, or I like him, or how he is. But the people who you share clients, that's who we want to always spend our time with first. And just be paying attention, and when it's your turn to speak, be ready, be prepared, be ready to go and shine, because that's when we'll be like, I really resonate with that person. We all resonate with different people. Some of us resonate with Ed and his chocolate eating, you know how it goes, and some of us might resonate with someone who's a little quieter. But that's some of my tips. So I hope that everyone has a fantastic event.
Oh, Tara-Lee, it's a pleasure. Big thank you to Tara-Lee. Now, Carlo has to go shortly, so before we put Carlo in the spotlight so he can rush off and do his business that has nothing to do with the Italian mafia in Perth, what we're going to do is I just want to take 3 elevator pitches from the room. So just let you know, 30 to 45 seconds. When you go to pitch, unmute yourself, then mute yourself when you're done. And the shorter and more coherent you make it, the better off you're going to be. So how about, if you want to pitch, put up your hand and hold it up so I can see it. So we've got Rachel, May, and Jen Klingman. Okay, it's always the ladies first around here. I got to say, it's girl power. Let's start with Rachel, then May, and Jen. And take it away, Rachel.
Hi, everyone. Good morning, afternoon, evening. I'm Rachel, Focus Guru. I work with overworked and overwhelmed business owners to give them back control. How I do this is by reviewing their processes, their systems, and their procedures to find that money-draining, time-eating squirrel. So if you have a squirrel in your business that's eating your time, draining your energy, then connect with me. Let's have a chat. I'm Rachel, Focus Guru.
Oh, beautiful. Round of applause to Rachel, and massive thank you. And May Chang, over to you. You got your hairstyle now. The world's reopened. Very nice.
Thank you, Ed, and hello everybody. I'm May Chang. I'm from Agility Marketing, and I'm in brand and marketing implementation, creating awesome brand positioning for non-for-profits. Very passionate about the social enterprise and a commercial partnership because it just creates a great markets, new clients, and new revenue. So I would love to connect with those executives who are suppliers to the non-for-profit community sector. Thank you.
Oh, beautiful. May, well said. It was great seeing you for a coffee a few weeks ago. Great to reconnect. Now we've got Jen from the beach. Jen Klingman, how are you doing this evening?
Hi everyone, I'm Jen from Sydney. It's a pleasure to be here tonight. I'm a passionate HR professional and the founder of HR for Life. I'm helping startups and small businesses getting the right HR and talent strategies in place right from the beginning. And I'm also providing ongoing HR and talent support. My business is a fully remote business, so I'm keen to connect with you guys, whether you're based in Australia or somewhere else. I'm really looking forward to connect with small businesses and startups.
Oh, Jen, it's a pleasure. And just before you go, what beach is that you've got behind you?
That's actually Coral Bay in Western Australia.
Oh, from the West Coast. Well, thank you, Jen. Round of applause. That feeds us right into Carlo, who's from the West Coast. Where have you been to Coral Bay, Carlo?
I haven't actually, so it's quite far away, but a very beautiful spot.
Yeah, I encourage you to go to Coral Bay and stand in exactly the spot where Jen's doing her background and take a selfie. That's my advice to you, Carlo.
Good stuff.
Now, Carlo, I know you got to go. You got to do some stuff, not with the Mafia Don at all. How you doing, Carlo? How's life, and what have you learnt about copywriting lately that you can share with us?
Oh yeah, there's so much stuff to copywriting that could write a book about it. But yeah, it's my passion. But yeah, plenty I can share.
Now, I was going to say, Corona, you absolutely powered through Corona. What were some of the copywriting tips you really learnt during Corona that you can share with us tonight?
If anything, what I learnt in the last couple of months is just mindset. So if you're in the right frame of mind, you can write excellent copy. So before you write copy, just say, I've just got to do this, and make it as persuasive as possible. So yeah, mindset's a big thing in copywriting.
And if you're not feeling in the zone, Carlo, what are some of your secrets that are legal for getting one in the zone?
What I do is I walk around the coffee table sometimes and just, just go and and then just suddenly something comes along. But no, they reckon classical music, any kind of music puts you in the zone. Watching, I know, a Mafia clip on YouTube, anything, whatever works. Walk the dog. There's many little tricks.
So did you ever listen to the Godfather soundtrack to help get you all primed?
Tend to watch a bit of Casino. I know you like that one, but that's anything with Joe Pesci in it definitely brings my humour back.
Yeah. Now, speaking of humour and results, I was going to ask you, Carlo, what are some of your specific tips for helping people write successful headlines? What are some of your top tips on successful headlines?
Yeah, the main tip is think of transformation. So where you'd like to take your clients, you know, on the buying journey. So it's all about that, planting the seeds in their mind. So just think creatively, and it's got to be, you know, emotion packed, and you know, straight to the point or long. They all sort of work.
Very, very nice. And Carlo, I understand as well, you've got a free PDF giveaway of some power words. Can you tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, it's a pretty attractive PDF, and I've accumulated it a couple of years back, and yeah, it's full of amazing words. So there's 120 most persuasive words in the English language, and it's available for free if you pass the conditions that apply.
You know, understand that the way it works is that PDF with top power words on selling, it's $100 US, but if people send you a message that's saying Joe Pesci is the best actor ever, you'll give it to them for free. Is that correct?
Yeah, I know. That's one of my favourite actors. So that's reward for acknowledging Joe.
Oh, it's a pleasure. No, it's great having you with us, Carlo. And Carlo, before we let you go to do some business that's legal, what tips and suggestions do you have for us?
Yeah, just think of things that your clients would want, and it's usually they want results, they want to save time and save money, and yeah, just don't forget you can use 2 power words in your headline. So always think of amazing words. Amazing, yeah, that's a power word. Discover, introducing, announcing, and imagine this. You know, there's so many ways you can get people's attention legally.
Oh, that's a spirit. You can offer them a deal they can't refuse through words, can't you?
Yeah, like the old car salesman line.
Oh, Carl, I got to say it's great. Thank you again. Yeah, feel free to pop in later if you can. And can we give everyone Carl a round of applause before he goes off to do his business? Love your work, man. Thanks again.
Thanks.
Pleasure. Now back to the wonderful audience. Before I focus the spotlight on wonderful Celeste, I just want to open the floor to 3 elevator pitches. If you want to do a pitch to the room, 30 to 45 seconds. We've got Robin Dickinson. Hold up your hand. We've got Robin Dickinson 1. Who else? Ted O'Shaughnessy. We got Ted. We got Robin, Ted. Who else? One more person. And we got Amit. All right, let's open this one. Robin Dickinson, how you doing tonight?
Edward, it's just a delight to meet you. Can you hear me clearly? I'm coming to you from Bucharest, Romania, and if there's any Romanians in the group, I would say Bună dimineața, which is good morning, because it's
Is that near where Dracula's from? Like, are you in the same place?
Actually, Dracula is Transylvania, and Bran Castle is a few hours from here. My girlfriend and I go up there whenever we get the desire to be spooked out of our brains, and it's extremely beautiful, but it's as scary as you could imagine.
Well, there you go. Before you go to visit Count Dracula, give us an elevator pitch. Tell us about you.
Well, I've just wanted to open up. I'm an entrepreneur, as I say, living in Bucharest, Romania. And I just wanted to open up my current projects just to put it out there, really. One of the main project I'm working on is founding a global yoga movement, which will be global, virtual, and based on best practice e-commerce with the mandate of healing the world, which is a pretty big, audacious goal, but looking at from individuals to communities to countries and taking a very international perspective on that. The second project, I've developed a cartoon character called Pocky the Pig Dog, which is based on some Romanian graffiti, and I run that on Instagram, and that's building up quite an interesting project. And thirdly, I've got a technology for speed memorizing Mandarin, because I believe very much in what's happening in China and India as being huge growth markets. And I think to understand their culture, speak the language.
Robin, that sounds great. Make sure you share the links in the comments. Big round of applause to Robin. Thank you again.
Thank you.
And make sure you take lots of photos at Count Dracula's castle. I want to see him on LinkedIn. There you go.
You will. Don't worry. You
so
will.
Does Celeste. Celeste will definitely want to see the Count Dracula photos on LinkedIn. Thank you, Robin. Ted, how you doing, Ted? What's going on? Unmute and tell us how sexy you are, Ted.
My apologies. Have you got me?
Gotcha. Go 30, 45 seconds. Hit us between the eyes, Ted.
Thank you, mate. How are you? Look, I'm new to this, but I've just semi-retired, and I'm looking to do a fair bit of networking amongst people. But look, what I like to do, I suppose, is just talk to people. And I'm talking to people about their work-life balance, in more particularly the financial aspects and the leisure aspects of their work-life balance, because I've noted, particularly coming out of this pandemic that we're having, that people do have a lot of issues. So I pay a lot of attention to talking to people about their leisure life and about being able to afford some leisure that they deserve. That's me. But essentially, if I can throw something at you all out there, there is a wonderful, wonderful book that you can send me a message and I'll send you the link to get it. But it's called Hanging Out for a Living, which is what we're all doing here tonight. We're just hanging out with one another, and we have a business behind it. It was written by a fellow called Mark Herdering some years ago.
Ted, sounds great. Ted, got to cut you off. Ted, share it in the links. Share it in the links. Thank you again, Ted. Appreciate you. Thanks, man. Share it in the links. We'd love to hear it. And Amit, how you doing, Amit?
Hey, thanks, Edward. Yeah, it's a pleasure being here. And this would be my first elevator pitch. I thought, let me try it here. All right, so my time starts now. So basically, I'm an IT project manager, and I've close to 16 years of experience. My passion is into solving customer issues, so I'm very passionate about that. I'm an agile advisor by profession. So I just make sure that, I'm helping around. Collaboration and communication and people are my key focus. So that's probably it from my side.
Amit, welcome. Big round of applause and thank you. Welcome to those guys. And yeah, please share your all about you in the comments and keep the chat going. In the chat, you can share links. You can connect with each other. You can network. You can also send photos of Scott Morrison to each other, who's the greatest Prime Minister ever. So send photos of Scott Morrison, connect with each other and help each other out. And I just want to bounce back to Celeste now. And Celeste, I want to talk to you about LinkedIn.
Yes, always.
Now, Celeste, you have absolutely shattered the sky on LinkedIn. What are some of your latest lessons you'd love to share with this incredibly sexy audience?
Latest lessons. I could go into a lot of detail with that, but I think one of the things that people need to remember that it's not all about you. I know that might sound a bit harsh, but when you're trying to interact and build an audience and build some kind of reputation, it's about supporting other people who might be like-minded, or if you like their content, to actually be proactive and like and comment on their stuff, because that can actually come back to you. It's like the a whole cycle of love there, where you can build an audience, build some core loyalty, because you're actually giving back to people as well as expecting something. So I think that really core area of respect, we're all on LinkedIn for a reason, and supporting one another through those situations, especially during these times, we need our community. So being an active part of the community on LinkedIn is a great place to be.
Oh, very well said. And just, I was going to ask you, Celeste, I'm sure you noticed this, LinkedIn Stories came out today. Did you see that?
I'm so excited. I spoke to you earlier today and I was wondering if you'd noticed, and I put my first story on today about coffee, because I absolutely love coffee, just to test it out. And it works like Facebook and Instagram stories, where it stays up there for 24 hours and you can see how many people have viewed your story. So what can happen is you don't have to clog up your feed if you're trying to push something in particular, or if you just want to quickly put something out there, you can do something, have it disappear in 24 hours, and then the next day start fresh. So it actually helps you reach more people in like little spurts. So it's a great thing to do. If anyone uses it on Facebook and Insta, this is a whole new way of actually selling and reaching new people on LinkedIn. So it's catching up with the times on other platforms as well.
Yeah, and I'm going to say it's great. Through stories, I got over 500 views just through stories today. So I'm with this lesson. Great technology.
Yep, exactly. And these are the things as well. It's just like, you don't need to just stick to LinkedIn. Like there's other ways. Like obviously this Zoom is to do with a lot of people from LinkedIn, but this is a separate app. This is a separate system, but we're still talking about LinkedIn. And I run my own networking Zooms on Wednesday nights at 6 p.m. Sydney time. Just thought I'd plug myself there. But basically you can go across, like whatever you build on LinkedIn, it can transfer to other things like your website, like webinars that you're going to run, like anything that you have in regards to having little mini Zoom meetings. There is endless possibilities if you're in there. You've got to be in it to win it.
Oh, well said, Celeste. Everyone, round of applause to Celeste. Thank you for being so awesome.
Thank you.
We'll take a few more pictures from the room. Then I want to bounce to Tara Lee Harrison and talk some networking afterwards. But if you want to pitch now, 30 to 45 seconds. Put up your hand. We've got Mel Jensen. We've got one, Dr. Marilyn, and Boydell. So, Mel, take it away.
Yep. Hey, guys. It's not actually an elevator pitch. Just want to make an announcement. As of Tuesday night, yes, Rachel, I could see you laughing. As of Tuesday night, I'm actually the group leader for N4N Down Under. So if anybody wants to come along, we're going to have the amazing Stefan Thomas talking. He is so fantastic. I'm so pumped to be doing this. Rachel, thank you for everything. There is somebody else I want to thank. I just want to say thank you to that huge big person for what they've done too. So anybody, they want to come through and watch it on Tuesday night. I think Ken posted earlier about it, so which is great. So I'm looking forward to it. So thanks everyone. Thanks Celeste as well.
And what I want to do is, it's a big deal. So Mel's the group leader for Networking Australia UK. I'm going to unmute for a second. Can we all give Mel a round of applause? Bravo. Congratulations, Mel.
Thanks, guys. Thanks.
You deserve it. And bravo and big thank you. All right. What we're going to do is now we will bounce to who was next. It was Dr. Marilyn, then Boydell. So Dr. Marilyn, the floor is yours.
Good morning for me. My name is Dr. Marilyn Scott. I have a business called Healthy Living with Marilyn, and my goal is to help take care of people with their stress, their anxiety, and their fear, especially with everybody coming out and going into their new businesses or starting a new business all over because of the COVID. My goal is to help everybody take care of themselves naturally. And you can find me in the chat, and if you want, I can put my LinkedIn information in there one more time. And I'm just glad to be here because, Edward, it is 4 something in the morning.
Oh my God. Round of applause.
I get up for you. I get up for you.
Marilyn, and all
everybody else.
Bless your heart. We and the Australian Prime Minister absolutely love you. So bless your heart on many levels. Thank you. Welcome. I want to bounce over to, I completely disrespect her name, Boydell. How do I say your awesome name again?
It's Boydell.
Boydell, how are you this evening? Morning.
I am very good this morning, yes. And this is a digital business card. I don't know how well you guys can see this. The link is on the chat at the side there. Have a look at that. So if you want to build some leads, warm third-party leads, get yourself a digital business card to make sure that it's your business that everybody has in their hand, because it's always in their hand, it's their phone. You can't hand over a paper business card any longer. So we have a digital card that will tell you who shared your card, to whom they shared it, their name, their email address, their telephone number, and the date and time that it was sent. So you've got that third-party warm lead. It is amazing. It is the best thing since sliced bread and everything out there. It is amazeballs. And that's go paperless. Thank you.
Boy, do we love amaze balls, and thank you again. Big welcome. Now we're going to bounce to our mysterious networking commander who runs our empire out of Singapore. How you doing tonight, Sarah Lee?
What is mysterious about me, my friend? What is that?
Well, you know what's actually mysterious about you? I've never asked you, what is that Superman cape on the wall behind you?
Oh my gosh. Do you know some people miss my Supergirl cape, and some people think it's like I have an apron on my wall, and I'm like, no, this is my Supergirl cape. So someone said to me yesterday, I don't know how you're everywhere all the time. Like, I'm networking here, I'm networking there, I'm networking everywhere. And I go, haven't you seen my cape?
Wow, that's great. A big fan of Supergirl. And Tara Lee, I want to ask you, what are some of the top things you learned about business networking during Corona? What did you learn, and what would you love to share with the audience?
I think I learned that we can do way more online. I was networking online before this, everybody, but the truth is online, with everybody being online, we can accomplish a lot. And I don't want to take away from the face-to-face events that I hope we all get back to super soon, but we can accomplish more in a day and travel globally, right? Look at us right now, than we can face-to-face. The biggest thing, Ed, and you did a video about this pretty recently though, and that was, but we have to maintain balance. And what does that look like? So at first, when we were on lockdown, I found myself saying, hey, I'm going to schedule meetings all weekend long because I can, no one's going anywhere. But that's, you know what, we have to create balance. So I don't do any on-screen meetings on Saturdays and Sundays anymore. It's because I work all week long, shut that guy, rest up, and rev up for the next week. So just make sure that, because we can do more, that you're balancing. Make sure you balance your time and take care of you.
Oh, extremely well said, Tara Lee, and well framed. And just before you go, I was going to ask you, Tara Lee, what's your next event coming up that you'd love to share with the audience?
Oh my gosh, you guys. We are so excited to start really bridging the gap with some networking mixers that are in some incredible time zones. So one of our goals is to bring together, y'all can come, but it's like UK, South Africa, into North America. But likewise, I have an event on Thursdays that is, if y'all can wake up, so 7 a.m. Perth time, 9 a.m. Sydney time on, oh, actually it'll be Fridays starting in July. And we're going to bring together our region and all of North America and really rev it up. So this would be for the morning people. Bring your coffee. I'll put the details in here, but bring your coffee, bring your caffeine, and come connect with North America. So we'd love to see you there. Thanks for asking.
Oh, wonderful. Round of applause to Tara Lee. Thank you, Tara Lee. And before we go on to some elevator pitches, I just want to do a quick check-in. We've reached the intermission where we've got 27 minutes left of tonight, or today. We will be finishing in 27 minutes sharp. So just a few quick things to check in with you incredible people. If you haven't already, please connect with Powerful Lassie's ear. So make sure you send a connection request to Lassie. Lassie is a huge connector. So make sure, if you haven't already, connect with Lassie. She's doing a few posts bringing everyone together. So connect with Lassie. Also, too, as well, make sure you're all connected with each other. And as everyone's been saying, use the feed, leave comments. The other thing we're going to do is towards the end, we're going to take some cool photos to share. So in the meantime, feel free to take photos, share that you're on our call online. The more people that learn about us, the better. So big thank you. So what I want to do now is, now we've reached the intermission mark, we're not going to pitch for a second, but now we're going to hear ideas to improve the world at the halfway mark. So what I'd love to hear from three of you wonderful people, go up to a minute on this one. I'd love for you to give you the opportunity to share an idea that'll improve the world. So if you want to share an idea to improve the world, up to a minute, now's your chance. Put up your hand. We've got Rachel 1, who's number 2. We've got Celeste 2, who is number 3, who wants to share an idea to improve the world. We've got Rachel and Celeste, and we got Ken. Very good. So Rachel, up to a minute. How can we improve the world?
Be grateful for something every day. No matter what it is, no matter how small, be grateful for something every day.
Oh, beautiful. Well said. Thank you, Rachel, and bless your heart. Celeste, what's your idea to improve the world?
I'm going to do something. Yeah, look, before I overthink it, reach out and touch somebody. I'm going to sing, you know that song, reach out, but do it technology-wise, obviously, with social distancing. There is so many opportunities to connect with people and keep up your well-being and mental health. There's so much support out there. So don't feel like you're alone in these situations. Different countries have different rules and different limitations, but remember, we're all in this together, and this is the way to stay global and stay connected. So just do it.
Oh my God, Celeste, that is so well said. Massive thank you, and I appreciate it. Now, before my poor brain shut down, who else put their hand up? My poor brain just went offline. Teddy, I've got you. It was someone else I just missed. Who else was it? My
Ken.
poor brain. Oh, it was you. Sorry, Boy Deal. Go for it, please.
No, it was Ken.
Oh, my bad, Ken. Sorry, my brain shut down with me with that tooth work. Ken, the floor is yours. And don't worry, Teddy, I got you. We'll squeeze you in.
Hi everyone. Well, basically, how you can help the world is I'm going to follow on with Badil's idea of the digital business card. Because not only are you going to go digital, but you're also going to be saving the planet. Because for each card that's bought, the land trust will build a tree. So you're taking care of your carbon footprint.
Ken, I was just going to say, we just lost your last sentences. Can you please repeat your two last sentences? Weak signal.
Yeah. With the digital business card, you're also helping the World Land Trust to build a tree every card that's bought, and you're looking after your carbon footprint.
Well, very good. Big round of applause to Ken. Thank you. Make sure you share some things. And there's always room for Teddy. I'm going to squeeze you in. Teddy, up to a minute. The floor is yours. How can we?
Yes, just quickly, how do we improve the world? Well, first we have to start with ourselves, because without loving ourselves, there is no love outside of us. So if we want the world to know love, we have to start with ourselves. Change begins with us. That's
excellent.
all.
Well said, Teddy, and thank you. Is Adrian there by any chance? Adrian may be off because we'll get Adrian back on. Oh, Adrian's around. Now, Adrian.
How you doing? Yes,
I just want to bounce to you, and before that, we'll go back to some more elevator pitches. Adrian, I just want to check in with you very quickly. What did you learn about health and fitness during Corona that you'd love to share with the audience?
I'll tell you what, Ed. One thing I personally learned was just like I guess the same as what Carla was saying about mindset. You know, like working out at home in your own home, when you're working in your own home, and you're living and you're doing all the everything in the one place. It can be a challenge to get our workout in. Now, it's not that you don't have the time, maybe, but it's something that can get away from you during the day because you're so focused on other things. So something Rachel's about, which is the focus guru, and so you've really got to have I guess some structure and rules in place. Now, not the some of the structure and rules that some people might be thinking of, but more like structure and discipline to get your workouts in is what equals freedom in life, or something that I've learned over time. So as much as we can get so focused on our work and career and business and things like that, we need to sort of optimize our body and our brain so that we can function at our the best we can each day. So we optimize our energy levels, our brain function, our creativity and focus and things like that. So think of yourself more as like an athlete. Like you just can't go onto the field for 10 hours straight and not have a break. Like you've got to play it smart. You have to have regular breaks, whether it's 10 minutes, 15, whatever. Go outside, have a breather, and just eat foods that energize you, that make you feel good. So it's pretty simple. Do more of what's working and less of what's not. If you feel tired during the day from eating foods that are high in carbohydrates and your brain is all foggy, then chances are you're not going to have the creativity and the focus that you need to really be able to build your business, your life, be happy, be stress-free, and basically, do the things that you want. So just find a simple way to be able to have the best of both worlds.
Oh, well said, Adrian. Big round of applause to Adrian, and thank you. Want to bounce back to the floor? Thank you, Adrian. Well said. I want to go back to some elevator pitches. So if you want to do an elevator pitch, 30, 45 seconds. We've got Annie, Simon, and Margaret. I was waiting for you, Margaret. I was going to pick on you, but you beat me to it. So Annie, Simon, and Margaret. Annie, how are you doing this evening? The floor is yours. Annie, unmute yourself so we can hear your delightful voice.
Oh, thanks. I'm always forgetting that. Sorry about that. Thanks, Edward. Yeah, I've got a special offer. This is my book, The Strength Within. And all I'm asking is for people to join me on Instagram. I only need 6+ people to make my 100. And you'll go into the draw for a book, which I'm drawing on Saturday. Some of you already joined me on Insta. I'm really grateful for that. Yeah, so if you'd like to join me, I'll just pop my link in the chat box. Thank you.
And do you follow back on Insta? Do you follow back?
Of course.
Well, there you go. Friends, connect with Annie. Round of applause to Annie, and thank you. Simon Drake, who has a serious big TV behind him and no doubt a good gaming setup. How you doing, Simon?
Yeah, I'm good. The gaming setup's not mine. It's all for the kids. So, yeah, thanks, buddy.
Sure it is, Simon. We believe you. Yeah.
No, true story. So, yeah, well, we're working with Kona & Co. We're building a global team of recruiters. But it's kind of we're wanting to give a bit more out, really. So we've launched a brand, well, a showcase page called Kona Blue on LinkedIn, and it's all about mental health and sort of well-being. So we're inviting people to kind of, if that's part of their remit and they've got that sort of material, we're wanting to put some content out to our audience because we're pushing a lot behind it. And we're going to credit those people. So ideally, if you've got little short clips or some tips and advice, we're looking to share that out and get it out to the wider community, because we realize straight off the bat that recruitment is, we're involved in people's employment. It's quite a stressful time. So it's kind of a give that we're doing with a view to building our audience. So yeah, we're happy to share it out. So we're looking for content. We've already spoken to the awesome Carlo about doing some work together. So we're just exploring that as well. But yeah, lots of great things happening with us at Kona & Co. So yeah, happy to connect with people and share their content. So yeah, good. Thanks, guys.
Simon, it's a pleasure. Big round of applause to Simon, and thank you. I appreciate you. And we've got Powerhouse Margaret Lilburn. How are you doing this evening, Margaret?
I am doing really, really awesome. Thank you, Edward. Absolutely awesome. And I would like to pitch my very first rescheduled Zoom meeting. It'll be every fortnight, Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. So please come and join me. I actually have a variation on a classic. You've heard, of course, of the pessimist, the glass is half full. Sorry, the pessimist, the glass is half empty. The optimist, the glass is half full. The opportunist, gosh, I'm thirsty. And the entrepreneur, the glass is refillable.
Oh, I love it. So well framed, Margaret.
And I've got some really exciting things happening, and watch this space, because I am so excited. Great to see you all.
It's a pleasure. Drop your details in the comments, Margaret. Really appreciate you, and a big thank you. Now, my friends, just to let you know, we have 17 minutes left. I want to reach out to people in the room now who I think are very underrated. They're great people that I think need to make their voices heard more. And I like to pick on the quiet, brilliant people. Now, one of them happens to be a very, very sexy bald guy like me. He's probably sexier than me. Got a bit of a Bruce Willis thing going down. And Michael Dehaan, how you doing this evening?
I was going to say, who could that be? So I just wanted to share with you guys, we've talked a few times around mindset tonight. What I would put out there is to understand your subconscious mindset. So 95% of the way you live your life is from your subconscious, not your conscious. So I'm a money mindset coach, but it's really understanding your relationship with money, being open and honest when you go into relationships, even the relationship with yourself, and honor the other person's story. Everyone's got a money story. Everyone's got beliefs and behaviors around money. So I ask everyone to sort of have that belief, have that passion, be kind, and work together to, as I said, look at what's important to you financially and lifestyle, and make some really good money decisions, which I help people every day. So thank you.
Oh, and just before you go, Michael, what did you learn about money and what you do during Corona? What were some of your big Corona-based lessons that you learned?
Yeah, that's a really good question, Ed. And what I found was people communicating, and there was relationships breaking down a bit. It was a little bit sad where people were under stress.
Yeah.
So, and when they don't communicate what's important to them and don't have the voice and be honest, that sort of creates issues with relationships. And I know money's the leading cause of relationship issues. So trying to work with people to be honest, open communication, and really to love each other and have more joy. That's what I've learned.
Oh, wow. That's deep, Michael. Deep. Big round of applause to Michael Dahan. Make sure you connect with him. And another underrated and quiet yet amazing man I want to talk about is he's from Canada. He gets up early. He's a researcher and B2B guy, and he's wearing a wonderful striped shirt tonight. And it looks like he's got a window. Peter Thornton, how you doing this evening?
I'm doing well, Ed. And I like this program of networking because I pick up good tips. Tonight, I learned about I should maybe put my LinkedIn profile down on the when I comment on other people. I used to network a lot in Starbucks.
Hello, everyone.
Which, are you hearing me yet? I unmuted myself.
We can if Ed can't, Peter.
Pardon me?
We can if Ed can't, so just keep going.
Oh, okay. I used to network in Starbucks, but now Starbucks has announced that they're in North America they're gonna close about 500 stores, and they're not going to let you go in there and spend most of the day. And here it's a little different. Is that if in U.S. and Canada, if you have a card and you put money on it, you can sit there all day and network. I don't think that's happens in a lot of part of the world. So now I've got to network with people here and elsewhere. But I really appreciate this meeting and meeting everyone. Thank you.
Oh, Peter, round of applause and thank you. It's an absolute pleasure. Now, we've got 13 minutes left, which is very exciting. So what I want to invite to you incredible people is now's your time to pitch. Now, I want to speak to the quieter, unsung heroes in the room. I want to speak to the quieter people in the room. If you want to pitch and you're feeling terrified about it, I invite you to overcome that fear right now. So this is an invitation to the quieter people in the room. Who wants to pitch? Just put up your hand. We've got Dipankar. I got you, Dipankar. Dipankar's one. Wait a second, Dipankar. Who else we got? We got anyone else who wants to pitch? To the quiet people, and we've got Dipankar. Hold up your hand. Usama, welcome. We've got Dipankar and Usama, and one more. Who else wants to pitch to the room? Dipankar. Let's start with you two quiet and sexy people. Dipankar, the floor is yours.
Yeah, and hi everybody. This is not a pitch. I just wanted to see what you guys are doing. But what I do is I'm an engineer by profession. But outside engineering, I have a business where I help people understand what they want their life to look like in 10 years time, 5 years time. Now we call that a design life. Everybody's got a default life. So I know where I'm heading as an engineer. If I'm a doctor, I know where I'm heading. If you do whatever you do, the best possible in your profession, that's where you're heading. If you want your life to look 20 times bigger than that, that will not happen by just working on your own field. I help people understand what is that they want their life to look like. And when they see that, I can help them achieve that. But if they don't see what they want, everybody's working hard. So what I was here to see was what people does, and I help people design their life and then achieve their life. That's what I do.
Oh, Dipankar, it's a pleasure, and thank you. Round of applause, Dipankar. Usama, the floor is yours.
Hello, guys. I'm not very shy, though. It's just I'm still trying to find my place here in this group. I was invited by Joe Purves from Green Finder. So I'm currently the marketing manager of this publishing business where we have bring together companies that are sustainable companies, green and organic, for all the beautiful people out there who actually want to save the planet. So they can come on this particular portal, that's greenfinder.com.au, and buy products that can actually help make the world better. I'm new in Sydney here as well, so I'm really just trying to find my place. I'm from the advertising and marketing sector. I've been an entrepreneur back in my country. I used to have an agency, and now I'm still trying to find a new place here in Sydney. That's about all of it. Thank you.
Well, welcome. You are in the right place. That is an absolute pleasure. I just had a message from Celeste that's just come through. who would love to introduce her nephew. Celeste, the floor is yours. Oh, stand by. Celeste is going to go. Yeah.
I've got him. Pop in for a second. Right, there he is.
Hi.
That's my nephew, Christian. Just
Hi.
get right in. Get in. Wait, get close to me.
Very good looking guy. Very good looking guy.
He's my nephew, and he actually inspired me to get into community services and work with adults and children who are in out-of-home care or in residential settings. He was my whole inspiration, and he's gone through a lot in his short span of life. He's only 14. And so he's been one of the biggest inspirations for me. And it shows just how resilient human beings are if you've got the right kind of support.
Oh, well said. Round of applause. All right, what we're going to do, friends, is we've got about 10 minutes left. Now is the time for us to take our photos. Now, what I want to do is I've got 2 screens to work through. We've got 34 of you winners on the line right now. So I actually want to take photos, and we'll do it twice because I've got 2 screens to work with. And this will be shared on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram. And just so you know, Prime Minister on LinkedIn, so Prime Minister might even see the photos. So just want to share that with you. So what I want to do is get all sexy. If you've got to get your hair right like me, so get all sexy and beautiful. Make sure your camera's on if you want to be in the photo. So make sure you turn your camera on, including you, Adrian. I want to see you in your car, like with a joint or whatever you're doing. There you go. You know, you don't have a doobie there, do you? No? Big doobie and the gangster glasses and the rap music. That's good. So I think Mel's got a doobie. Put that away. No, you got coffee. That's even better. There you go. No doobies. Put your illicit substances away. All right, get ready to go. So this is screen 1. Now, when you smile, hold the pose so I've got time to do the screen grab. So hold the pose, smile. 3, 2, 1, and 0. Sexy people, that is screen 1. Okay, we've got to do the same thing again. There's 2 screens I've got to work with because Zoom has a limit of 25 people per screen, so stand by. Second screen, but everyone do the pose again. So look sexy, hold the pose. 3, 2, 1, and big smile. Oh, actually, we'll do it again. Please hold the pose again. 3, 2, 1, and big smile. Sexy and beautiful, you winners. So let me give you a second to make sure they're saved correctly. Using Snake. Yep, the files are saved correctly. All right, so we got 8 minutes left, and then it's a wrap. We've entered the part of the evening where we're talking about closing thoughts, and these go for a good 30 seconds to a minute. I want to hear from you. If you want to give a closing thought to the wonderful audience, can you please put up your hand? It's time for closing thoughts. Who wants to give a closing thought? Put up your hand. We've got Simon 1. Who else? We've got Michael 2. And anyone else who wants to give a closing thought? We've got Simon, Michael, and Dixit. All right. Simon, closing thought with you. What's your closing thought for the evening?
Yeah, I think we've always been keen to grow our networks, but I mean, just seeing who's on this call tonight, it's really important that we can grow these networks and these mastermind communities that we're building. It starts with giving, doesn't it? So the more we give, the more we can expect. So, I think people showing up is number 1. But it's really important just to sort of see how you can help people. And, if it's just sharing posts and liking things and engaging with people. But I think we've realized that our network is our net worth. So, yeah, great job, everyone. Thank you very much.
Oh, here. Round of applause to Simon. Great closing thought. And speaking of net worth, Michael, you had a closing thought for us tonight.
Yeah, so my closing thought is that there's no ego in COVID. So just make sure you reach out. Don't bottle up anything. Reach out to people. There's a lot of good people around. Don't bottle it up. So always reach out. There's a lot of love out there. Thank you.
Oh, pleasure. Round of applause, and that is pure gold. Who else put up their hand? Who wants to give a closing thought? Yes, right. We had Dixit. Then I saw Dr. Marilyn. Pardon my Swiss cheese brain. The dental work's doing a number on me. Dixit, the floor is yours.
Thanks, Ed. I just wanted to actually give you a shout out and Lassie as well, because I think I'm quite new to the online meetups and all, but knowing you for a couple of years now, you host a phenomenal event, and the vibe, I'm sure everyone can agree, the vibe that is in this environment is awesome. So we love the way you host it. Thank you for putting this on every so often, and there's some great people here to spread some positivity as we come out of this COVID and stay on top of everything. So thanks.
Oh, Dixit, round of applause, and thank you. Everyone make sure you connect with Dixit. Appreciate your love and right back at you. Now, Dr. Marilyn, I think I saw your hand up there. Must be 5 a.m. now. Did you want to give a closing thought, Dr. Marilyn?
Yeah, I just want to say, thank you everybody for being here. And I really appreciate Edward and Lassie for putting this on, because I know it takes a lot of effort. And I just want to make sure that everybody takes care of themselves and loves themselves, because wherever you go, there you are.
Oh, Marilyn, thank you so much. Round of applause to you. I just want to give a quick shout out. Lassie is holding Mr. Piggy right now. Does everyone say hello to Mr. Piggy? There we go. He's got his top off. He's doing a bit of a Stallone thing, if you know what I mean. Bit of first blood there. So there we go. Big shout out to, and that's Miss Piggy at the bottom left. But you can't quite. You can see the tip of. You can see her beautiful red hair, but that's about it. So there you go. And she's got a balloon. So we got 5 minutes left. Who else would love to give a closing thought? Now is your time. Please put up your hand and hold it up so I can see it clearly. Who would love to give? We got Ted, Teddy, Ted and Teddy, and one more. Who wants to give a closing thought? Ted and Teddy. Start with Ted and Teddy, and we'll take it from there. Ted, the floor is yours. Ted. Now, Ted, can you please unmute yourself so we can hear your sexy voice?
Muted. How are we going? Have you got me? Okay, thank you. Look, as a passing thought, or as a lasting thought, when you get up in the morning, look at yourself in the mirror and talk to yourself. Just have a really quick 30-second, 60-second chat about how you woke up, how you feel, and what your day is going to look like. And it will improve. You will make a better day out of it. Thanks, guys. Good night. Have a great week.
Oh, Ted, thank you so much. We've got Teddy, and then we got Robin Dickinson. So, Teddy, the floor is yours.
Hi, everyone. I just wanted to say an appreciation to Edward for holding this event, and thank you to Ken for inviting me to this event. I'm very new to this kind of event. This is only the third group event that I've attended in all my life that is online, and I've gotten so much value out of it. So if someone invites you to an event like this, please go, because there's so much value that you can get, and it will help you enhance and enrich your life and your business as well. So that's all I need to do.
Oh, Teddy, welcome. Big thank you. And thank you, Ken, for inviting too. We appreciate you. Robin Dickinson, who lives only a few hours from Castle, Pennsylvania. How you doing?
I just wanted to add a bit of value to the meeting, because you've added so much and everybody's contributed so much. Contribution is our highest value. I'm reading a book at the moment, an audio book by Vishen Lakhiani. I'm not sure the spelling, but the book's called The Buddha and the Badass. And I'm not big on promoting books that I don't implement myself. I'm 3/4 of the way through the book. And I think for entrepreneurs and this idea of a collective humanity, helping and supporting each other, it's got some really, really great stuff in it. And I'd urge anyone wanting to grow a business that affects and impacts the world. I was very surprised the amount of value in that book, and I'd highly recommend it. Thanks, Ed.
Robin, thank you so much. That brings us to the end of our evening. So just as a final wrap, what I'd like to do is just a few things. So if you're watching the recording of this, please, thank you. Feel free to connect with people. If you're watching the recording, you probably are. The recordings are very popular. If you're live on the line, make sure you connect with Lassie and connect with everyone. And also, too, make sure you come and join us next Thursday, 6 p.m. Sydney time. You can just book in on Meetup to make sure you're in the system for the next event. So a big thank you. The other thing I also want to say to you as well, I want to give a big shout out to our officers. I want to give a big shout out to Carlo. Big round of applause to Carlo, Adrian Lee, who joined us, Celeste Ansell, who's one of our officers, and of course Tara Lee, who I think is, she might be more, but big shout out to Tara Lee. And of course as well, a big shout out to wonderful Lassie, who's got Mr. Piggy right now. So I just want to say a big thank you. So that brings our evening to its epic conclusion as we're coming up to 7 o'clock. So I just want to say a big thank you. Now what I want to do to officially sign off on the evening, I want to hit unmute all. Let's give a round of applause to close the evening and day, and just thank you very much. Appreciate you, everyone.
Thank you.